Hi. Welcome to our show.
Well, hi, everybody!
Coming to you somewhat live and semi-weekly from the Quad M World Headquarters located in Helena's scenic North Valley. This is the Quad M Show. We are your hosts. I am TJ.
Andy McNamara.
Oh, yeah, and unfortunately, Jason's out this week. He wasn't able to do the usual... Well, neither of you were able to do the Friday recording.
I could have.
And
it just got to... This weekend just too stupid busy.
yeah. Well, I mean, fucking shit happens, dude. You know, but... Because I know he had some work stuff he needed. He ended up having to get roped into. So, you know, be what it be. But, yay, as long as the show fucking comes out on time, that's all that matters to me, dude. So speaking of, dude, how was your week, man? What's been going on? It's been a couple weeks since we've heard from you.
Yeah, it's almost been a month, hasn't it?
No, because, well, maybe 3 weeks. Because we didn't have a show last week, and I'll tell all you kids about what the hell that clusterfuck. And then you had the one show with me and Jason, and you guys were on the show before that. So maybe 3 weeks. Maybe 3 weeks.
It's been a short week. Work and... I had the Prime for Life classes.
Prime for Life? What's okay? Well, please to explain. What is Prime for Life?
Prime for Life is I'm not gonna bash it because legally I'm not allowed to.
Well, legally we're not able to talk about the legally just yet.
Yeah.
So.
I probably shouldn't announce it. Just bleep that out. Anyway, it's like a program where they teach you about high risk and low risk decisions when using alcohol or drug substances.
Sure.
It's a fucking joke. I don't. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's always been my experience that really when you're in a state of, you know, alcohol or drug use, that really you're not too concerned about risk, high or low risk decision making.
Well, it's not just that. It's the, you know, if you're in there for, you know, if you're in there for alcohol, they're gonna press. Oh, well, you're a typical person who wants to use marijuana. No, that's not the case, or vice versa.
Sure, right.
Marijuana. You're gonna go for drinking. And their facts are just so outrageous that it's just so outdated.
Well, here already you're seeing me like giving the gas face on this one. It's always been my thought process that it's never okay. Granted, yes, there are people that do both, you know, hardcore, but for the most part, most of my alcoholic friends, myself included in this, don't touch, you know, that stuff.
Yeah.
And most of my marijuana smoking friends don't, you know, it's one of those things where it kind of falls into one of three deals. You're either all of it or you're one or the other. See,
and I have all my friends thinking about it now. They're either one or the other. And if they do both, it's once a year, you know. Right. It's nothing that's where it's, you know, you're wondering if you're hanging out with Cheech and Chong. Or,
fucking train wreck.
Yeah. Wow, you know, fucking Doug Stanhope or some shit. But it's nothing like that. It's just... Right. It's like I said, the program is fascinating, but it's just outdated. It's like, oh, marijuana can... And I don't agree with this. I've looked up the research for forever and everything like that. Marijuana can, marijuana users are 10 times more likely to have a heart attack than people who use alcohol.
What?
Fucking bullshit!
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said.
Yeah, no, marijuana users are like the most mellow fucking people. They're the ones that are like least likely to have a heart attack because they're just like, yeah, cool, man,
exactly. It's just one of those situations where you sit there and, you know, you have to sit there and you're like, I don't. Fine, whatever. I'll do whatever. Just
give me the A. Just give me the pass.
Just give me the thumbs up. Like, yeah, you completed the class. And, you know, there are certain, like I said, it's not all of it, but there were some fascinating parts. But just the stuff where you're like, this is outrageous. I don't understand why
Right.
Why this is being taught and why it's being taught incorrectly and why this...
Why are you using 1950s mentality?
Correct. And why this licensed counselor is telling this this stuff when she should know better. Is that it was, like I said, 85% of it was fascinating. 15% of it was, what the hell are we doing here?
Look, Andy. I'm just here for the paycheck too. I'm just here for the paycheck, brother.
Pretty much, yeah. It got to that point.
You just show up and listen. I'll talk, and we'll get through this together.
Yeah, no, it's like, fuck this. I just want to get the hell out of here. And it's like one of those classes where every minute takes like an hour.
Right.
Where you don't want to be in this situation, so, from 2:13 to 2:14 takes 45 minutes. You're like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, the second hand isn't going tick, tick, tick. It's going...
Yeah, pretty much. Like it does in Alice Cooper's fucking School's Out.
Right. Well, so as we were back and forthing on the texting today, trying to line shit up and figure out what we were doing, what was going on for the recording today. Some of there was some interesting things that was on there. One of them you explained to me when you said, I think the way you put it was put on there was the USOA, and I'm like, what the fuck is the USOA? And then you explained to me it was the Arizona basketball game.
Oh, U of A, yeah.
Is them the Wildcats?
Yeah, that's the Wildcats, man.
Okay. I don't follow college enough that I know the Tennessee Gamecocks. That's
not it. That's South Carolina.
Volunteers.
South Carolina Gamecocks.
Because I used to work in the student loan industry.
Oh, okay.
And you could always tell when you had one of them, because they're like, one gal's email was literally Cox for life.
Yeah, that's hot.
And I was talking to her on the phone, and I go, okay, if you work in that phone industry, that customer service industry over the phone, you always have to verify information, name, address, phone, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going through, and as I do, it is one of two. This is fucking awesome. So I'm going through, I'm like, okay, so, we have your address at, we got your phone number at. It's like, yes. And can you verify your email for me? And she goes, and I go, I need you to do it. Cogs forever. And I'm like, thank you.
That's awesome.
Well, there was another guy at the totally separate incident here, but the dude and his wife call up, right? Because I think they were looking at like consolidating loans. They were doing something.
Yeah.
Again, I see the address, I see the email, right? So I'm like, okay, I got this. And can you verify that email for me? And he's like, oh. And when you hear the wife go, what? So, sir, can you verify? He's like, the number 1 badass mofo at Yahoo. And the wife pipes up, oh, I think we're going to have to change that one, don't you?
Oh, God. I don't think I had an embarrassing one. I don't remember.
No, mine have always been, pretty simple. I've never used my fucking name. I've never been that stupid.
I was Sandman 4163. That was funny. I don't remember why. I think it was because ECW Sandman.
Well, mine, and it falls in right at the time that everything was going on. Wrestling wise, everything was going on. Mine, Y2Ace316.
That one's good.
Yeah, that's my username on pretty much everything, and that's my email. The primary email I use now is the Quad M Comics email. So of course, if any of you have anything to send, please quadmcomics@gmail. Feel free. But yeah,
I did have a girl in high school. I was a magician. And I think her email address was andysmagiciscool at AOL.com.
Groupies.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. That's so awesome.
Oh, I'll have to edit that little belch out.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, so, no. My week was pretty much, well, I don't want to say the complete drizzle and shits, because everything worked out in the end. But basically what it amounts to was last week, well, 2 weeks ago. We'll go 2 weeks ago. Around Thursday-ish. I had on order and finally received my UG tablet monitor.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
Here. And I was, I was so excited because with this bad boy, now, if conspicuous by his absence, I no longer have my my Wacom bamboo tablet sitting here, and I also took out my Pro Tools recording deal because I don't ever fucking use that now that I got this mixer. Anywho, So I bought it. I got the monitor so that way I no longer have to use the tablet. Instead, when I'm working on Enigma and drawing, I'm drawing right on the monitor.
Oh, you could do that. That's pretty badass.
Yeah. Also, I'll let you give her a run through when we're done recording.
Oh, you don't want to see me draw?
Well, no. I mean, just so you could say, "Oh, this is fucking sweet," and then be done with it.
I'll just draw dicks, and you're like, "What is it?"
That's a dick.
Yeah.
We've all done that. Some of us still do that. No, yeah.
I'm glad you said still. I do it all the fucking time. I really don't care.
Yeah, well, look, fucking the ending credits are super.
Why do you think I was late? Yeah, why do you think I was late here? I was drawing dicks the whole entire
too busy drawing dicks.
Yeah, funny.
So I go through and have everything initially kind of fucking set up. And what I was going to do was have all three monitors, the two that were already there, plus the UG, like sitting off to the side on this bad boy. Mm-hmm. And so Jason comes over, the next day, Friday. Now, that being said, I went through, did my maintenance, clean up on the PC, opened her up, did the old air can, get everything, the dust bunnies all out of there.
Yeah.
Clean everything up. Everything's all nice. Everything's good to go. I go ahead and I double check my Samplitude recording software. And I'm seeing, okay, it's picking up audio. Fantastic. No worries. I should have done my due diligence because Jason comes over Friday. We're going to record the show, get everything all set up. I hit record, and it
this
just
was
goes,
yesterday?
No. This was
the Friday. Oh, okay.
Yeah, not last Friday, but the Friday before. And it just goes bloop. It records like a millisecond, and it just stops. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? So I do everything I can. We spent about 45 minutes dicking around trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, what's wrong, the whole thing. So I said piss on it, and I'm not the kind of guy. That's pretty much my answer to everything. So I don't, I don't lose my shit unless I really have to lose my shit over stuff. Like say if I'm, during bowling. Yeah, I might get a little pissed off if I roll a bad shot, but give me a couple minutes. It's free and clear. We're moving on.
Yeah.
This type of thing, I don't want to throw my co-host under the bus, but had it been him and his equipment, the shit would have been flown out of a fucking second story window to our immediate east, southerly thing. I can't do that because I know I'm too much of a mercenary. I know the money involved in this is just too much. So anyways, and plus I knew what I needed to do. And I don't want to get too techie on you because I know you're not, a techie kind of guy. But basically what I had to do was uninstall everything regarding the UG monitor. Mm-hmm. And then uninstall Samplitude. Because for some reason the two were not wanting to play nice together. So get Samplitude taken off, reinstall the UG, everything's fine, okay. And then that's when I decided to hook up the UG to the thing and just call that good. Then I reinstall the Samplitude. Now, here's where I started getting pissed. I reinstalled the Samplitude, and they have, and I'm not gonna fault them for this because I understand anti-piracy. You got to do what you got to do, but they only allow you to be able to use your activation code 3 times.
Fuck!
Oh, no shit.
So I had apparently, because there was a computer prior to this, so that was 1. My laptop was 2, and then when I got this new computer, that was number 3.
Oh, fuck.
So it's telling me, nope, can't do it. I'm like, motherfucker. So we were going to try to record that next Saturday. I shoot him a text. I'm like, dude, we can't fucking do it. He goes, well, can we use Audacity? I'm like, no, we ain't fucking using Audacity. I am not learning new software, especially shitty software that everyone else fucking uses, because I don't want to sound as shitty as everybody else.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we sound, good quality.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and, I shoot the email to the customer service, tell them what's going on. And this was Saturday night. And I guess maybe I just expect too much, but I figured, 24/7 customer service.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not around anymore.
Again, bullshit pie in the sky, thoughts and mentalities. And then as I wasn't hearing anything Sunday, I sat there and said to myself, motherfucker, it's President's Day Monday.
Yeah.
I won't hear from these bastards until Tuesday.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Fuck.
If you're lucky.
If I'm lucky. Well, unfortunately, the luck of the Irish came my way because first thing Monday morning.
I was going to say, first thing Friday, heard from him. Yeah.
Hey, we finally got around your situation, dude. Yeah, we went ahead. You know, it was a real quick fix. We could have done it a couple days ago.
No, actually, they did get. They sent me the email first thing Monday morning. Your reactivation is good to go. So Monday, I went ahead, bop. Everything is working perfect now.
Oh, good for you.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so we're all good there, and of course, the only other bitch that I have, and you had noticed I started posting the shows up on YouTube.
Yeah,
and I'll whore it out to all you kids here in a little bit as well. But just to try to again another source for people to listen to the show. I don't have iTunes. Well, do you like YouTube? Oh, sure, we'll subscribe on YouTube. Okay, great. These cocksuckers and their damn copyright disclaimer bullshit. A while back, an episode of ours got dinged on the copyright deal because you know the old internet sensation Chocolate Rain.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy who wrote and sang it, Tay Zonde, well, he follows us on Twitter. So we during that show. He was our zealous celebrity follower for the week. And in the background, we have Chocolate Rain playing. Chocolate Rain, and all that, right? And didn't think of it. So then I post the fucking episode, and it was a while back. This was like episode 17, I think. And they fucking ding us on a copyright deal. Saying, oh, well, you have Chocolate Rain on there, blah, blah, blah. And I have to fucking send him the email saying, no, this follows fair use, the whole 9 yards. We are not in any way, shape, or form intimating that this is our fucking song. As a matter of fact, it's the writer and the artist that performs it that we were actually basically giving him free publicity, saying not that he needed it because he's got like a fucking million followers. And
yeah, we're just on Tosh, yeah.
And he's and he was following us, and it was a bit on the show, but it was all about him and his song. So it was more promotion more than anything else. It has nothing to do with fucking copyright. Fuck you. So then it took him and people say, oh, it took like 3 weeks, and we finally came back to us saying, okay, yeah, you're free and clear. Great, thank you. Because YouTube used to have like this 3 strikes and you're out rule.
Yeah.
Where if you get dinged. Now they don't.
No, they don't. But
because there was enough content providers that got pissed off about it and said they were going to fucking leave.
I believe Devin and I got popped for that once, actually.
Through YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, now these sons of bitches, since I started posting the shows about 3 days ago on YouTube, start playing catch up on shit, I have been dinged twice, and they popped within 5 minutes of me uploading the video. Nobody has watched the videos. They've popped me from the bumper music.
Really?
Yeah. Because we have Slade's Run Run Away as our outro. Mm-hmm. We got 1 pop for that. And then like 2 videos later, we used the Mooney Suzuki's Alive and Amplified as a lead-in bumper into a segment. And they try to pop us on that too. Like, fuck you guys. So I sent the whole fucking thing to them. Because FCC regulations allow you to be able to play the shit for, like 30 seconds. And they're not, and for radios and all that, and they don't have to pay BMI or ASCAP fees or anything like that because you get like 30 seconds. And that's FCC regulations. The internet, yeah. So, no, I fucking disputed those claims, but god damn, I am so sick of fucking YouTube. And
there's a lot of, if you watch some of the videos on there's a girl that we had on our show named Haley Rose, I think her name was. Wow. She's been in the YouTube business, and fuck, she's raking in money too.
Right.
She's like one of those like relaxing, like meditator, like voice people.
Okay.
She's just like, oh, it's time for you to go to sleep now. And you're like, fuck yeah, this is nice. She's got like 5 million fucking viewers or whatever. It's like one of the shows that like, we've had all these UFC people on, and we'll get spikes for that, but she comes on, our fucking ratings are through the roof. Spreaker's posting us on the front of their website. It's just one of those ridiculous things. And Devin and I are walking around, swinging dicks, fucking doing the gunpoint to people, going to restaurants, like, no, I'm pretty sure the manager's gonna take care of our bill. You should know who we are. He's like, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're gonna pay your $15 for your McNuggets, you prick. Yeah, we thought we were like tough shit. But she's starting to, after 5-6 years of doing this meditate, I think YouTube's starting to get pissed off that these guys are making $3-4 million now.
Oh, sure.
And they're like, well, we're going to try dinging everyone on everything and make them pay.
Right.
I think what she posted some video, and I'll forward it to your smartphone. She posted some video, and she has like one of those like little shitty like hand cameras, and she's showing the computer and reading the email. Where if you get dinged so many times, YouTube's going to fine you to get your channel back up and running, pretty much.
Right.
And she was like, fuck this. I can't do this anymore. Especially on YouTube. I'm probably just going to start my own, which I don't know why she hasn't. She could start her own fucking website and just be like $40 a year and just rake in money.
Yeah.
Fuck. I hope she didn't think that, because if she does that, I'll sue the shit out of her. Hey, I was a little retard that was on. You came on our show, and Helena, we're gonna sue you. I don't even know you. But yeah, she was talking about
your subscribers are now down to 4,999,999. Lady.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, but it's not just her. There's just a huge uproar about what's going on with YouTube. I guarantee you, if you played this episode and whoever the powers that be listen at YouTube and are like, hey, let's check, and they hear a shitting on YouTube, you'll get dinged for something, even if you played no outro, intro music, or anything like that.
Oh, sure. But, but see, and that's, like I said, there's nobody, I mean, like, you look at the specific video, there's like one view, and I know who that view was, because it was me testing the video, making sure everything was going through. So I don't know if they have like some fucking just algorithm thing picking that specific sound up, or what the fuck ever. I don't know. All I know is it's complete bullshit, because they obviously are fucking, nobody was listening to it or comparing it within context.
Yeah.
All they were saying is this, cut and dry. So then I got to fucking take time out of my schedule to send them an email saying, no, fuck you, fair use. I'm well within my rights to use it. We're not making money because of that fucking song. Because truth be told, I could probably fucking, if I really wanted to, I could low class it and find some fucking royalty-free bullshit to throw in there.
Yeah.
But why? If mainstream terrestrial radio can do it, if satellite fucking radio can do it, dude, the internet is the Wild West.
Oh yeah.
So that's all bullshit on that. Let's go ahead here. We'll go ahead and we'll take our first break, and we will come back. A little bit of FGS and some hot takes, and I still have a question I got to ask you too about the texts. So let's go ahead. We'll take that break. It's a Quad M show. Stay tuned.
Have you checked out QuadMProductions.com lately? QuadMProductions.com is your direct access hookup to order Enigma the comic book series and download the Quad M podcast. Check the appearances page for upcoming events and contact us with questions or comments. Don't be the only lonely soul who's missing out on all the fun. Visit us today at QuadMProductions.com. That's QuadMProductions.com.
Welcome back to the second segment of this here Quad M show. We are your hosts. I am TJ.
Andy McNamara.
And this second segment is brought to you in part by my bartender, Marty. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the Helena area, make sure to stop out at the Gold Dust on Cedar Avenue on Wednesday nights, or at Bowser's on Dredge Drive on Friday or Saturday night, and use the discount code MARTIN, and you will get yourself one free drink courtesy of the Quad M show.
No shit.
Yeah. Marty's a sponsor.
That's fucking awesome.
So make sure, my friends, like and share.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. I think I'm supposed to see him later at this birthday party, so I'll be like, hey, where's my free Pepsi?
Oh, yeah. Well, he had the night off. I know he was taking the night off. He was telling me that him and the missus were going to go do some Vegas bowling tonight.
God, that sounds fun.
But that's, like 9 o'clock or so. After we're done recording, you got your deal. I'm going to be heading over to a buddy's house for some retro gaming action.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you guys playing?
I've showed and told you about that EverDrive N8. The flash cart that you have that pensive look like, no, TJ, you haven't.
I'm trying to. I've got a lot of information this week. I don't think so. Remind me.
Basically what it is, it's a flash cart. And it's this guy out of the Ukraine buys up like all these like $1 Nintendo cartridges, right? Games that nobody fucking wants to play, like Nintendo Baseball or Bayou Billy or what the fuck ever. And he will gut it. He will put in his own chipset, and he dremels out a spot on the top of the cartridge to where you can put in an SD card. And on that SD card, you load up all of your old school NES ROMs.
No shit.
So I've got every Nintendo game
That you could possibly have.
all of them.
Like just on an
SD card.
No shit.
Put the SD card in the cart, pop it in the machine, boom, you're off to Gaming Wonderland.
Like just on your computer or whatever. And
No. It's a Nintendo cart. You put it in your Nintendo. I'll show it to you after we're done recording. I'll give you a
I
show
see
on it.
what you're saying. Okay,
Yeah,
I
'cause
understand now.
It brings up the the menu, and I set up my own directory so that way I've got all the games listed in alphabetical order and all that shit, and go in and you just pop, play, and boom, off to the races you go.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. I brought it over to their house once, and fucking within a week they made the purchase. Like a little bit of back and forth thing. What's the website to go to? What's this? And what's that? Fucking load it up, and they have it. They fucking love it, and yeah, we'll go have some retro gaming action tonight.
That's awesome. That sounds fun, man.
Well, after we're done with that, because I'll probably be done there about 9 or 10. If you guys are done, whatever birthday shenanigans are going on. If you meet up with them for Vegas bowling or whatever, drop me a line. I might meet up with you guys after.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We'll see what's going on. All right, well, let's go ahead here and get into some Fredgy Sanford Award winners for the week. So the first one, and of course these both, I should really just change the name from the Fredgy Sanford Awards to What's Going On in Florida. Really,
yeah,
is what
no
I should
shit.
do. The first one comes to us, of course, out of Florida. Florida woman jailed following final stop on her 2017 pain pill tour.
You big dummy.
And as you can see by the picture there, she's a lovely young gal.
Yeah, she looks pretty good.
She's quality. All right, so in a frenzied doctor shopping spree, a Florida woman was transported by ambulance to 7 different hospitals in a 26-hour period in a bid to obtain prescription pain medication, according to the police, who arrested her for misuse of the 911 system. Investigators charged that Kimberly Keener, age 40, repeatedly called 911 for transport to hospitals.
911.
Yeah, well, okay.
9/11's a different tragedy.
Fine. Called 911 for transport to hospitals in Peleas County beginning early Thursday morning. Keener was brought to 7 separate hospitals seeking to obtain fraudulent prescription pain medication, according to the arrest affidavit. Court filings do not indicate what maladies Keener claimed as she repeatedly called 911 or whether her scheme was a success. Keener was arrested around 4 a.m. At a St. Peter's General Hospital on the final stop of her 2017 pill tour. Keener, who reportedly admitted to the scheme, was charged with misuse of the 911 system and obtaining controlled substances by fraud, which is a felony. Locked up on a $5,150 bond in the county jail, Keener is also facing a probation violation rap in connection with a misdemeanor theft conviction from late January.
Yeah. That happens more than you would think.
Calling 911 that many times to fucking have an ambulance come get you?
Fuck yeah.
7 times in a 26-hour period.
Yeah. When we were back in college, when we were doing the firefighter thing, we had an old lady that would call 4 or 5 times a day.
No shit.
Yeah, tell us she had ghosts in her house and stuff, and we had to go. And I don't know what the bill was, but it probably wasn't good. So yeah, when we used to go on ride-alongs and everything, she would call at least 3 or 4 times, and you'd have to go.
Jesus Christ.
We wouldn't use an apparatus; we'd just use like someone's truck.
Right.
But it was never an emergency. I think she was just lonely and was like wanted to talk to someone, which was fucking sad. But
well, they've got other phone numbers besides 911 to use for that type of a thing. But
yeah, who knows?
All right, so our second FGS winner for this week: police arrest a mom-daughter hooker team.
Whoa, look out! Look out!
Really?
Mother-daughter hooker team.
I can't read this. I want to read this.
You want to read this
Yes.
one? Okay.
A mother-daughter prostitution team is behind bars following the arrest in an undercover sting launched by Florida police. Court records show. Fucking dumb. After spotting a Backpage.com ad placed by Sexy MILF with an awesome attitude and personality who enjoyed performing oral sex without a condom, cop called to arrange a $100 30-minute encounter with Tamara. The online ad claimed Tamara was 38 and that she hated the taste of latex.
Classy.
Tamara reportedly directed the undercover officer to a Motel 6 in Kissimmee. Motel 6, man, I feel bad for them. They have like a genuine, like, good business plan. They're trying to, hey, we're a cheap motel, and that's where all the prostitutes and everything go. The best Motel 6 I ever went to.
Their rooms suck.
No, they're starting to update them now. I went to the one.
So.
I went to the one next in Anaheim.
Okay.
It's fucking gorgeous, and it was also $300 for like 4 or 5 nights.
Wow, because I've been to 2 of my way. I've been one here in Billings and one in Portland, both working conventions both times.
Mm-hmm.
And the one in Portland was a little bit better. It wasn't too sketchy, but the one in Billings, it was like fucking hardwood floor, so it was fucking cold as shit walking around on the damn thing. There was no fridge. There was no microwave. I mean, it was just bare fucking bones, and you could tell. I mean, it was like, I was almost surprised that the fucking TV didn't have the rotating UHF, VHF dials.
Yeah.
I mean, it did not. I've never had a pleasant experience with a Motel 6.
See, the Motel 6 we went to in Anaheim was it was awesome.
Well, how close to Disneyland was it?
5 minutes, but that's again, and it was cheap. It was $70 a night. I mean, you can't beat that.
Not really, no.
No, and especially next to Disneyland, fucking,
Right.
and it's just a place to sleep. You're not gonna throw parties there.
Yeah.
But it was nice to throw a party. I'm not gonna lie about that. It was super nice, super dug it.
The palatial Motel
yeah.
6.
Motel 6 at Main Gay Anaheim. Definitely go there and check it out. They're the new sponsor. You'll get a cease and desist. Yeah.
Thank you. We'll keep an eye out for you.
Yeah, we're pretty good at those. When the officer arrived at the motel, he was greeted at the door by Chanja Gammon, 57, who was wearing lingerie and had latex. I'm kidding, she didn't. After retrieving a condom, well, she did get a condom from her purse. Gammon pulled the undercover cop's hand toward her crotch and said, "You got to make sure I don't have a dick." To the cop's surprise, she had a dick. As the cop waited for a takedown team to barge into the room, he completed the suck job. Gammon kept grabbing my underwear until she briefly exposed my penis. Noted Officer Ramy. Remember when you weren't allowed the undercover cops weren't allowed to touch the girls or whatever?
Well, and see, that's just it. The undercover cop wasn't touching her. That was...
Oh, he was... I see what's going on. Noted Officer Ramy Yacob, while being arrested, Gammon yelled, "I didn't take the money yet, so it doesn't really matter." Upon entering the motel room, officers discovered that Gammon's daughter, 31, Darcel, had been inside the locked bathroom. Darcel was also dressed in lingerie, and it was clear that she was inside the bathroom listening and looking out for Tanja. What a fucking... I like the fact that the one on the mother is smiling in the picture.
Yeah, well, what was that sexy MILF with a great attitude?
Yeah, God.
I mean, that you know what that is? You know what that picture's telling me right there? I didn't have to taste latex.
Yeah, no shit. Her being in jail, she will now. Fucking...
Oh, so to you, Kimberly Keener and Tanya. Where the hell do we? Where is his name?
Tanja and Tamara.
Tanya Gammon.
I don't think it's Tanya.
That's Tanya. That's Tanya. There's no Tanya. Maybe it's Tanya. I don't know. I'm going Tanya. Potato, potato.
Yeah.
Potato, potato. And her daughter, Darcel.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all three of you. You all are this week's winners of the Fred G. Sanford Award.
You dummy!
Sorry, you're named after a battery.
Excellent. Stupid. This is my other daughter, Epiphany.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's Darcel's fucking, like, maybe that's her profile.
Darcel.
Just keep going and going and going.
Darcel Epiphany Jones.
Yeah.
Or whatever the Gammon. That was her name. Gammon. I don't know. Call me a fucking racist. I'll be the next Dan Le Batard.
Yeah, no
Did
shit.
you hear about that shit?
Kind of. I remember it was the black chick from ESPN, which I couldn't stand her anyway. Not because she's black, just because I couldn't stand her.
Oh, the his and hers chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, she drives me up a wall.
She just she's like Skip Bayless. She says the stupidest shit and just prays that she's right.
Yeah.
And in 1 out of every 100 guests, she's right. And she's like, I told you.
Yeah.
I told you Tom Brady was going to win his 5th Super Bowl.
No, she drives
no
me up.
shit.
She drives me up a fucking wall.
Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever. Yeah, we know. Yeah,
We know.
good fucking call.
Well,
Michael Jordan's the greatest fucking basketball player ever.
What a hot take.
Yeah, no shit.
Speaking of, let's go ahead and get us into some hot takes.
The sign gotta say hot. You gotta say hot. You gotta say hot.
Just real quick, she was also the one that was like, Donald Trump's one of 2 presidents that could win this.
Yeah.
No shit. I swear to God, she said that. Like the day she's like, what did she say? She said, I can find it on YouTube.
In the daytime, I tell you right now, in the daytime, the sky is blue.
Yeah, no shit. It gets cold in Montana in the winter. Fucking, like, I hate her. I can't see.
Like you said, she drives me up a fucking wall. No, I'm like a huge fan of the Dan Le Batard show.
Yeah, I am too. I like him.
And Thursday, apparently he was getting on about Magic Johnson getting the
Lakers gig.
gig. And he was, and I
Oh, see, I didn't hear this part.
Yeah, no. See, I listened to the show religiously, and there was nothing in what he said or anything that had to deal with race. Mm-hmm. But it would because it's Magic Johnson. All of a sudden, everyone's going race. And you know the thing that kind of gets me on that is like Le Batard's not even a white guy; he's Cuban.
Yeah.
So he's Latino. So it's like brown on black, hate crime or whatever. I don't
Doesn't
fucking
he
know.
have his dad as like the
Yes.
announcer?
Yes,
It's a Dan Le Batard show. I crack up every time he says that.
I've emailed them twice, and they never got back to me. So I could try to see how much it would cost to get Poppy to do the intros. It's the Quadem show, buddy. And
I could probably get someone for you.
Like thick accent, foreigner accent.
Yeah. Oh. Dude, I grew up in Arizona, man. I know fucking a lot of people.
Yeah, no, because I want that thick accent of just like barely comprehends the English language. It's the Quadem show, buddy.
That's Adam Carolla. The hell is it? Ozzy. They had this Puerto Rican. I don't think he was Puerto Rican. Maybe he was. Anyway, they used to be carpenters together, and Adam Carolla brought him onto his show, and he goes, "Oh, here's the Ozzy movie review," and Ozzy would have to be like, do a movie review, and he'd be like, "The Batman, he fight the Joker. The movie is 5-star, and Christian Bale Batman."
Dude, and I never listened to Adam Carolla's show. That would be the fucking shit that I
the
want
guy's
to have on
fucking
here.
hysterical, man.
But that's the level that I want for like, you're listening to the Quadem show, man. You know what I mean? But a genuine, not someone faking the accent, like genuine.
Oh yeah,
thick. Yes,
Spreaker. They do stuff like that too. But it costs I think it's like $50 for every 25 words or something.
Yeah, I've seen the fucking. I don't see it. I want to do it on the cheap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's a gift card to Dairy Queen.
Something. Yeah. Something. Speaking of movie reviews, and I'm a little. It kind of saddens me. Jason's not here, but I'll get his take on it next week. But I want to get out the review for John Wick Chapter 2 before before the fire on that dies, because that came out like 2 weeks ago. We were able to go see it.
This is your movie review of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's just more along the lines of, just blah blah blah. Have you had the chance to see it yet?
I haven't even seen the first one.
Oh, it's pretty fucking amazing. It basically is the most non-Keanu Reeve movie you've ever fucking seen in your life. Like it's just uber violence across the fucking board. I was watching the Honest Trailers deal for John Wick 1, and it was just fucking hilarious. Whereas this movie is like 80% headshots, and it just goes through showing all the fucking times Keanu Reeves is blowing dudes away by in the fucking head and all this type of shit. Basically, the first movie centers around Keanu Reeves' character's wife dies, right, and she leaves him a puppy. Mm-hmm. And this fucking Russian mafia, this young Russian mafia dude, his dad is like the higher up kingpin on it. The kid steals his car and kills his fucking dog. So Keanu Reeves basically is out for vengeance. And the thing, the rub on that is that he's like this former assassin, hitman, total killer, fucking badass. So what you've got is like classic 1980s canon films revenge movie. Filmed on a way fucking higher budget.
What was do you know what the budget was for the first movie?
Oh, Christ. I would probably say somewhere around, based on the actors they had in it, because it was like Keanu Reeves and Willem Dafoe and a bunch of other people, I'd say probably budgetary had to have been, if not over $100 million, pretty close too.
I could look it up right now.
Yeah, give her a quick peek. Well, as you look up that number, I'll go through. So in the second movie, they wrap up all the loose endings like in the first 10 minutes.
Shit, what did you say it was?
I thought it was going to be upwards of 100 mil. Way low.
20 million.
That's it?
Yeah, they made 68.8 million off of it.
Well, that probably would have just been the domestic movie,
Yeah, that's the box office, but then...
Yeah, because once that movie like fucking started hitting like Netflix and it's become like the ultimate cult classic, and Chapter 2 does not fucking disappoint. This movie.
They doubled the budget for that, and that's 40 million.
Yeah, and like I said, you would sit there and watch, and you would think it was even the budget on it was way more than that. But like the first part of the movie, like the first 10-15 minutes, they wrap up everything from the first movie into a nice, neat little package. And, he goes back and goes, I'm now going into retirement.
Oh.
Did that sound like Keanu at all?
No.
Oh, thank you.
Sounded like you needed to take a dump.
Well, that kind of sounds like him. Whoa. You got to remember, dude, I may not be the greatest at impressions. I'm the greatest at shitty impressions.
I do have a question about Keanu Reeves after you're done with this.
Okay. So he goes back home and everything's kind of settled down, and he gets visited by some guy, and I think he may have been in the first movie. I can't remember. But
I thought you were gonna say 3 ghosts. I was like, I've seen this one before.
No,
and he goes back in time and fucking kills murderers of futures past and shit.
So the guy wants him to get back into the game full time, and he says, "No, I can't do that." And so he's like, "Are you sure you put your mark on this fucking family crest? That is your blood right there. You owe me on this one job. You have to do this one job for me." Okay, well, no, I can't. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's just not going to happen. So the guy who wants to bring him back into the fold takes a fucking grenade launcher and blows up Keanu's house. So now Keanu is out for revenge because now his house has been blown up. That was my first thing going into the movie is, okay, the fucking car got stolen, his dog is fucking dead. What revenge are you going to fucking have on now? Okay, so blow up the house. That's the fucking revenge point right there. So he goes to the fucking Assassin's Guild Collective and all this, and he's like, how can I get out of this? And they're like, you can't get out of it. This is a blood oath. This is like a blood oath type thing. You cannot get out of it. You have to do this job. So goes and does the job. All hell breaks loose. To save his own ass, the guy that fucking hires him puts a hit contract out on him. So now you've got the entire Assassin's Guild coming after John Wick, the character of John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves, who in turn is going after this fucking dude who has, blown up his house and now fucked him over. And it's again, brilliant revenge flick, and it's just nothing but headshots and killer ass kung fu, and it's just across the board. It's a great fucking movie. If you haven't had the chance to go see it yet, go fucking see it. It is well worth it. My personal score on this, I would give it. And I know I've been really way too lenient on my scoring a bit, but I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. It is that level of perfect. I think it's like a 2.5 hour movie, maybe. Flies by. It's just amazing. And at the end of the movie, you want more. And you can't ask for that. You can't ask for anything more than that from a movie, is that you cannot wait for the next one to come out.
And there definitely is going to be a next one.
They've definitely left it open.
Did they?
Yes. See, I try not to give out too many spoilers for a recent, newer type deal.
Yeah, because he dies at the end. You're like, shit.
Well, so much for that one. No, okay. So, what was your Keanu question?
Do you want to see him in another Bill and Ted movie, even though he's in his 50s?
I would love to catch up with the Bill and the Ted.
Yeah?
I would. I'd be okay with that, but it would have to just be that one. Mm. Bring it back to the one, see where they're at, see if they're still with the fucking medieval ladies.
All the princesses.
Yeah. The only thing that I would be missing out on, or that I think would be sorely missing from the movie, is it not having George Carlin.
Yeah, I know, I agree with that. I also think, Keanu seems excited about it when you hear him talk about it in interviews. But then there's times it almost seems like he's doing a favor for
Alex Winter.
Yeah,
trying to get
Alex Winter just got done with fucking
trying to get some paying work. He's actually fucking doing shit.
Yeah, but it's all direct to DVD. He just got done with Lost Boys 7 or whatever.
Oh Jesus!
It's like pretty much what Feldman did for Haim back in the day, where he's like, oh, let's do a reality TV show to watch you get fucked up all the time.
Right. Yeah. See, and that's a damn shame, because Alex, I don't know if you ever had the chance, because again, there's enough of an age difference. This might have been way before your time, but it was during the heyday of the Bill and Ted stuff and all that. Alex Winter had a show on MTV. It was called The Idiot Box, and it was the funniest fucking sketch comedy show at its time. There's snippets of it on YouTube. If you get the chance, go fucking watch it. It's hilarious, and it's a damn shame that he could not build off of that.
Yeah, and that's I don't remember that one, but like I said, Keanu, I wouldn't mind seeing it, but it almost seems like Keanu is just like, hey, Alex Winter, I'll do this for you. You seem,
right.
Your job at Taco Treat's not working out for you. So
that fry-o-later job over at the fucking Popeye's chicken is just not quite cutting her. Yeah, you want to do one? Go one more time? Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Little bit of news bites here. We'll kind of go real quick. Now this happened. Obviously, it happened quite a little while ago, but we didn't have a show last week. The passing of George the Animal Steele. That
was earlier this week, wasn't it?
I thought it was last week. I thought it was. Here again. I mean, it's just the whole shit. Thing's flown by. It's sad to see him. Sad to see him go. I mean, he had he's had health issues for the last 30 years.
Yeah, and being 400 pounds in your 70s is just not going to cut it anymore.
Well, and I don't know how much of that was related to because he had the Crohn's disease and he had the this and he had the that and but it's so funny. I was when the news of his passing and all that. I knew him from his face turn. Around WrestleMania 2 and 3, where, he had the teddy bear and he was chasing after Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Eating the turnbuckles and doing all that shit. I knew him as the goofy, funny, type of deal. I didn't realize how much of a fucking badass heel he was back in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, big time. That was the WWF days. And I can't think of the other one right now. But, yeah, he was really big into being a heel. Again, in 1997, they tried getting him to be a heel with Draws. If you remember Draws,
right? Well, yeah, I don't remember them ever trying to bring in.
It was quick. It was 2 weeks, and I think from what I've read in the past, Steele was like, "Fuck this, I'm done."
Right?
I can't take bumps anymore. It's one of those situations. But yeah, they beefed. Gosh. A month might be pushing it, but 2 weeks sounds about right.
Okay,
it
yeah,
wasn't.
so-
It wasn't big enough to get to a pay-per-view, and it wasn't.
Right.
It was. What the fuck was that show that came on Saturday nights? It wasn't Saturday night.
The Shotgun Saturday Night.
Yeah, it wasn't main event. It was like the one that came on at like 2 a.m, and
Yeah.
that's like when the Hardy Boys would like. They weren't even. They were. It's
Yeah.
like when they were
It was-
starting out.
yeah,
and they were wearing
it
their
was-
flowers and shit.
Yeah. It was Shotgun Saturday Night was running around at that point in time because it was like their
It
live
was
from New
shocking.
York.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, because it came on right after fucking Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
and it was always the matches before Raw actually took place. Mm. Yeah,
Well,
I do remember.
they had like a couple of them. They had like fucking Velocity, and they had all those like little fucking spot
Yeah.
show, kind of wrap around shows and all that type of shit.
Yeah, on USA.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like you'd be like, oh shit, this is gonna be a good one because D'Lo Brown's fighting. You're like, fuck, man, he's fighting in the main event. Fucking D'Lo Brown.
Back in the days when fucking Stan Lane was one of the commentators.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, dude, come on,
Michael
man.
Cole was just
You're
coming out, and
you're-
you're like, this
you're-
guy's a puke.
You're fucking Midnight Express, man. You shouldn't be sitting here trying to fucking sell yourself as, hi, I'm Stan Lane.
Yeah, and then
no.
oh, fuck, what was the other guy? Was it Kevin?
Oh, Kevin Kelly?
Yeah, Kevin Kelly.
Yeah.
He would come out and you're like, this guy's a nerd. This guy needs to be back on the stage. It just seems like they just pulled guys like he's the announcer.
Well, the thing about Kevin Kelly, though, was actually on the indie circuit, he was a top heel manager. But
I
WWE
do remember hearing about that. What about this? Did you hear about this announcer that's he was, I believe he's with TNA. He used to be with WWE. This was recently. I was reading it. I can't think of his name. He was talking shit. Like he was saying how he's the greatest announcer ever, and he just got into like a.
Was it Joey Styles?
No, it wasn't Joey Styles. God damn it! Let me look it up. Because it's hysterical because he was sitting there.
Mike Adamle?
No,
I'm trying to think of fucking commentators that have, either shit the bed or got fired.
Josh Matthews.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Because he's a bizarre tweet we're tweeting out Josh Matthews. Insinuated that fellow broadcaster Jim Ross was an old fuddy-duddy who should just go away, is rumored to have been prompted by fears that... Oh, they were saying that JR was coming after his job. But this Josh Matthews is pretty much telling everyone that, it sounds like he was jealous that Todd Grisham guy got the UFC job.
Oh, Todd Grisham got fucking Goldberg's
Yeah.
job? Really?
Yeah. Which is, again, fascinating to me. Goldberg and Rogan were probably...
They were great.
That's what UFC needed.
And it wasn't. I mean, Fox didn't buy the UFC. I don't know who. I don't know who bought.
Oh, in the
UFC.
new it's William Morris Endeavor. They're a talent agency.
Okay, yeah. And I will tell you this right now: they're shit in the bed. They're pissing everybody off. Everybody's fucking leaving. When they are mismanaging it. And this is what happens when you have, and it's the same thing that's fucking why the WWE has gone downhill and why the wrestling industry has gone downhill. Because you're sitting here hiring Hollywood talent. We've got writers. They don't understand the fucking wrestling game. Mm-hmm. Can they put together some bullshit story? Yeah, but they don't have the love or the passion for the fucking business. And so you get shitty fucking storylines, nonsensical storylines. You're not allowing the talent to discover who the fuck they are. Instead, it's scripted and it has to just be this down the line. And that's not how the fucking wrestling industry has ever worked. And it shows in the failure of what's going on now. It's now happening with UFC.
Yeah, and even though UFC, not to diss the WWE or anything, UFC is not scripted, but the biggest thing that is going on with the UFC right now is the fighter pay, the shit that these fighters go through. I mean, the Reebok signing, where everyone has to wear Reebok out to the ring now,
right,
is complete shit. It's $10,000. And, that sounds a lot to you and me, but you realize these guys fight twice a year. That's $20,000 for the whole entire year.
Right.
Plus having to pay for camps, having to pay for sparring partners and everything like that.
Exactly.
They're lucky to come up with anything.
Right.
the Reebok thing Dana really fucked them with that Reebok deal.
Was it Dana that signed that deal?
Yeah,
or was it
Dana,
the talent agency?
Dana and the Fertitas. The Fertitas were the ones that owned the UFC before. Dana was like, we're gonna get, we're all gonna look like a Chris corporation. We're gonna wear this Reebok stuff, and that's why George St. Pierre took forever to sign again.
Well, because he's got his own clothing line.
Well, he's under Under Armour right now.
Oh, did he sign? Okay.
Yeah, so
because all I knew was they had like Pierre wear back when when he's doing his highlight.
And these guys were making fucking another $40,000-$50,000 off their walkout shirts.
Right.
And people wanted to support them. Now they have Reebok, Tito Ortiz, well, not Tito Ortiz, but Conor McGregor. And now,
right.
And the other thing with Conor McGregor is he's going to screw the UFC over. If this Mayweather fight goes through, that's McGregor's last fight. No, he's never going to fight for less than whatever this Mayweather fight's going to be.
Because
if he makes $60 million, why would he go take a $2 million fight now?
Well, I mean, I would love to sit there and say it's for the love of the game, but I think when you know where, okay, best way I can put this, if you know what the market is for doing A, and you have the option of going and doing B for a significantly more, larger amount of money. If he were to go back and do A afterwards, A, of course, being UFC, after, a $60 million payday, $100 million, whatever that fucking payday is over here, he would have to go back knowing that this is what your payday is going to be. This is not boxing. You are not fighting Floyd Mayweather, who's going to be garnering this amount of money, because we're not drawing this amount of money here.
Yeah, but you have to understand, a guy with a big ego like McGregor, he's going to say, oh, I was the one that made the money for that Mayweather fight. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you a deal. Instead of $60 million, give me $40 million and, ticket sales.
Right.
Something like that.
And that would open up, a Pandora's box.
Mm-hmm. And I think the highest, and McGregor is the highest paid UFC fighter along with Ronda Rousey. I believe they both made, in their last fights, I believe they both made $2 million. Mm-hmm. And, that's unheard of.
Right.
And Ronda Rousey, she made $2 million in a minute and 30 seconds. And she got her ass kicked.
Yeah. And she should never have went right into a fucking championship fight. She should have had like 2 or 3 tune-up fights first.
Oh, I completely agree.
Because the minute that fucking bell rang, she got one popped in the fucking, one pop to the face, and it was like fucking PTSD. She was like, oh my god, Holly Holmes whooped my ass again. And it was, you could see it. And she needed a couple of them fucking tune-up fights beforehand to get that shit back.
Oh, completely agree.
Eye of the Tiger, Rock.
Yeah, I completely agree. And her trainer, Edmund Tensinari, or whatever the fuck his stupid last, he's probably the most overrated coach in the UFC currently. I mean, look at his last 2 fights. Ronda Rousey twice got knocked out. Travis Brown the other night got his ass kicked. He's easily the worst coach. I could go on UFC for fucking ever.
Oh, I know.
Bring Devin in here. He'll start arguing and yelling and kicking shit. He and I go back and forth all the time. I love it.
Before we wrap this up, I did want to go over one thing, just because it's something I've really wanted to talk with you about here. Mm-hmm. The Hall of Fame inductees, WWE 2017 Hall of Fame inductees that they've got listed thus far.
You have them right?
Yep, I got the 4 down so far. Now, again, WrestleMania is like in April, right?
Beginning of April,
It's when they usually do it, late March, early April. So right now we've got Kurt Angle.
Okay.
We got the Rock and Roll Express. We got Teddy Long. And we got Diamond Dallas Page. I can tell you right now, my favorite out of this group so far is the Rock and Roll Express. That was a team that defined tag teams of the 1980s.
Yeah.
And it's so, they only were, I think they worked in the WWF for like a quick minute. Mm. And that was when they brought in Jim Cornette doing the Smoky Mountain Wrestling thing, like right around 95.
Yeah.
95, 96. But beyond that, their history with the NWA and the WCW and even Mid-South and Memphis, this to me brings a sense of legitimacy back to the fucking WWE Hall of Fame. I mean, it's bullshit. You know, it's not like there's fucking votes that are getting out and put in. There's like, oh, who can we throw in this time? Is Kurt ready to fucking, come back into the fold and blah, blah, blah and do all that shit? I mean, it's a fucking work. But it's nice to see that they're actually going back and giving the proper respects to the teams that, or, the people that should be in there. I think Teddy Long, I don't know that I would have, if there was a Wrestling Hall of Fame, I don't know that I would have put him in that.
No, that's a... Fuck it. I didn't like him as a referee, and I didn't like... Because remember, I think it was 98, they did that stupid-ass referee strike, and it was him, Earl Hebner, and they were all like, oh, we're striking because they're tired of getting hit and shit. And, you sit there and go, I know most of these guys have better chins than getting flicked off the... it's stupid.
No, it was a stupid fucking angle. Well, see, I remember, Teddy Long as a referee back around like 87, 88, 89. Mm-hmm. And then they made they kind of did, I don't know if you remember the whole Danny Davis angle when he joined the Hart Foundation for being a corrupt ref.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It was kind of the same thing there. He was, did fast counts and all this type of stuff, and they ended up turning him into a heel manager.
Yeah.
So he was the manager of Doom, the team of Ron Simmons and Butch Reed and the Skyscrapers, which was Sid Vicious. At first it was Sid Vicious and Dan Spivey, and then Vicious was suspended or fired or injured or what the fuck ever. So they brought in Mark Callis.
More likely injured. He snapped his leg in half on Nitro.
That was years. That was
funny.
Way later.
That's mine and Devin's favorite video to watch. That and the Brock Lesnar shooting star press.
Yeah. But, DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, I'm okay with him being in the Hall of Fame.
More so... And I think he obviously more so because of what he did in WCW, not because of...
Not for his WWF run.
No, he didn't even really have one.
Fucking stalking Undertaker's wife and motivational speaker. Those were the two,
yeah.
Beyond that, it was all WCW and AWA.
Yeah.
That's where that comes
and
from.
he helped Goldberg win the title on Nitro.
Yeah,
because he fucking did the diamond cutter to Dennis Rodman. Jesus Christ.
And then I mean, fucking Angle's a no-brainer. That's that's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think it's the right time for him, especially if he wants to come back. I like to see him wrestle that AJ Styles kid too.
Well, because I never watched it in TNA. I never watched TNA.
I didn't either. I watched it when they had the octagon ring or whatever it was.
Yeah, that fucking 6-sided deal.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
I tried watching it a couple times. I just could not. I could not get into it. It was like WCW light to me. It wasn't my bag. But what's funny though is if you do the math, Kurt Angle actually spent more time in TNA than he did in WWF.
He really did. There was that because he got busted for steroids with the WWE, right?
Yeah,
and then. If you remember correctly, before Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle was the one that was supposed to jump into the UFC. He was talking about it. He was the one that was supposed to be the next Ken Shamrock. He was going to go fight.
Right.
He was training and everything like that. I believe his back went out on him or something like that. Or neck.
Well,
he had neck problems.
It was the neck injuries. Yeah. It was all the neck shit that had been going on there. But yeah, so I mean at this point, I'm sure they're going to have at least 2 or 3 more, that they'll
because they usually, the last one's usually like the big one where like, oh shit, like I can't believe they did it.
Who's in there so far that you'd like to see that they haven't put in yet?
Macho Man.
He's in.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He got inducted in 2014, 2015?
No, he's not in there yet, man.
Yeah, no, he got inducted because Lanny Poffo and Angelo Poffo inducted him.
I don't think he's in there.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I guess he was. Well, fuck me, I guess. For some reason, I thought he wasn't, and they were talking shit because they're coming out with that new Macho Man video, and now they're going to discuss the Stephanie McMahon thing.
Well, and I think she's coming out with a book, and they'll be shit laid to rest with that. But that's where a lot of heat came from because of the fucking rumors that he was banging an underage Stephanie McMahon. Whether that's true or not, I have no fucking idea.
Who cares?
Exactly. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Whatever bullshit heat stemmed from that, but. With the inclusion of the Rock and Roll Express, it's now time. I would say my picks would be for guys that aren't in there yet. I would love to see the Midnight Express. Mm-hmm. Cornette would have to make peace. The WWE and Cornette would have to make peace with each other. Have that mutual respect because you can't have the fucking Midnight Express without all 3 members of Dennis Condrey, Bobby Eaton, and Stan Lane. and you got to have Jim Cornette in there because it's that you have to have that. But yeah, definitely the Midnight Express I think should go in there.
New Age Outlaws is the one I'd like to see in there. They're not. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, no. I was just thinking because my biggest problem is I don't like it when you have active wrestlers put in the Hall of Fame.
And they're really not. I think that's fucking
bullshit.
active though.
Well, no, because fucking Road Dogg is a fucking agent or a producer now,
and Billy Gunn's doing like the circuit because we took pictures with him last year.
Well, he's working the circuit because they fired his ass because of his fucking steroids doing some bodybuilding competition.
Oh yeah, he definitely is doing steroids.
But yeah, no, I think I would love to see. I think the New Age Outlaws certainly deserve to be in there. Yeah, I'd have to go, but right now I would say my number one, any entity that isn't in there, I would say the Midnight Express. Now that we got the Rock and Rolls, the Midnight has to get in there. Let's go ahead. Let's wrap this guy up real quick.
Real quick, who's in there that you don't think should be in there?
Oh fuck! I could rattle them out. I think the fucking celebrity wing should not.
Let's
exist
not count
at all.
them. Yeah, let's not count them.
That shouldn't be in there.
Because Donald Trump's in there. And you're like, fuck.
Well, fucking Donald Trump and Snoop Dogg. I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
Drew Carey's in it.
Yeah. No. There would be two celebrities that I would think, yeah, maybe kind of. And that would be Bob Uecker and Pete Rose.
Yeah, Pete Rose. Yeah.
Other than that, there's no fucking celebrities that deserve to fucking be considered anything in the Hall of Fame.
Was it 3 WrestleManias in a row he got fucking...
It was like 2 or 3. It was 2 or 3.
14, 15, and 16.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 of them were fucking Kane.
14, yeah, he was talking shit in Boston.
He did the job to Kane.
Yeah, 15 he came out as the chicken.
Yeah.
And then 16 I think he came out as the chicken again.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I know it was like 2 or 3 of them.
Anything for money, man.
Hey, whatever. God damn. I think taking Hogan out because of the fucking, the bullshit controversy that was going on with him, I think
They did take him out, didn't they?
I think they need to get him put back in there. I would really have to go and take a look to see, because sitting there and saying that somebody doesn't deserve to be in there is kind of taking a shit on their career. I'm surprised Lex Luger's not in there.
Yeah, there was some shit that he went through though too.
Well, yeah, but
especially for what he did in WCW.
But he's doing their wellness policy shit now.
Yeah.
So there's that. But anyways, we're digressing. Let's go ahead.
He's a motivational.
Let's take the quick break here. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll get the third segment all wrapped up, and get you on your way. Get me on my way.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Cool.
We'll go ahead. We'll take a quick break. This is the Quad M Show. Stay tuned.
In a city where corruption rules the streets, only one man can stop the serial killer known as the Blood Bandit. James Kurt, a former police officer turned private investigator, must race against the clock to stop the madman before he achieves his ultimate diabolical goal. When JK's brother Alex is thought killed in the line of duty and mysteriously returns with no memory of his past life, the stakes are raised even higher. Enigma, the comic book series from Quad M Productions, written and illustrated by TJ Damon, with colors and effects by Jason Vickers. Enigma. Order your copy at quadmproductions.com today.
Hello and welcome to TJ's Bowling Scores for the Wick. I'm Connie Leemgus. This week Dipshit rolled a 161, a 147, and a 173 for a 481 series. What's the matter, moron? Last week's scores were so bad that you conveniently forget to include me on the show and only want to post the decent games now. What, you didn't think anyone would notice? Over 2 minutes of dead air, are you fucking idiot? Kind of hard to overlook that. You ain't getting rid of me that easily, you Jerry's kids reject. I will continue to be on your ass like white on rice. If I had legs, I would long for the day that I'd get to dance on your grave. Until then, I will continue to educate the world as to how much of a moronic turd burglar you really are. So until next week, this is Connie Leemgus. Fuck you and good night.
Welcome back to the third and final segment of this, the Quad M Show. We are your hosts. I am TJ.
Andy McNamara.
Welcome back to the show.
And this segment is brought to you in part by Deeply Dapper. Hey, are you looking for that one-of-a-kind gift for the geek who has it all? Maybe a little something out of the ordinary for yourself? Well, look no further than Deeply Dapper. Ranging from The Walking Dead to Doctor Who to Labyrinth to Star Wars and well beyond, Deeply Dapper has it all. From original art prints to metal flasks to handcrafted light switch plates and key hangers to handmade soaps, all based on your favorite Nerd World properties. Visit the online store today at deeplydapper.com. That's deeplydapper.com. Deeply Dapper, better living through tentacles.
Did you ever get into Doctor Who?
I like the old school one. Like when what was his name? Tom Baker with the trench coat and the scarf. He had the crazy 70s kind of Jufro thing going on.
Yeah.
He was like late 70s, early 80s. That was the Doctor Who I liked. I've tried watching some of the newer ones, going through Netflix, watch like the first 5 of them, and they're all right, but I didn't get obsessed with it like a lot of people are. Again, I didn't realize how big it was over here until I started working the Comic Cons.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen so many fucking women wear the blue TARDIS dress.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I guess I do get that when I'm watching videos from Comic Cons, and especially the one in San Diego where everyone's there.
Yeah,
except for like me.
There's a lot of the women walking around in the blue TARDIS dresses, the TARDIS handbags. You got guys walking around in the fucking suits with the fez hats. I actually had to look at one person. I'm like, what the fuck is up with everyone wearing these fez hats? And they're like, oh, it's Doctor Who. And I'm like, okay, that explains everything right there.
I don't understand. Is it just people going back in time? Is that what it is?
What, for Doctor Who?
Yeah, what is it?
It's something like that. It's basically like the TARDIS is like this interdimensional transportation vehicle, and they go like back in time, different dimensions. They go everywhere. It's really whatever they want to fucking write it as. And I mean, again, I'm not in it enough to be able to.
Is it more of a comic book, or is it the TV show that went over?
No, it's TV show.
Oh, is it?
It's all about the TV. The comic is more of a subsidiary.
I see the comic all the time when I go get. Well,
back when it was.
Yeah, now I have to get them at Dreamland Comics. DreamlandComics.com. Get all your comic book deep.
Yeah, I'll whore out real quick here. Some of you may or may not have seen that. I'm posting getting the older episodes out and getting everything caught up. One of the ones posted up here this past week was the interviews I had done with Chris McClanahan from Deeply Dapper, as well as Derek Crabb from History of Comics on Film. Got those up. Getting the episodes all caught up. So please visit our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, look up, search the Quad M Show, and you'll be able to find us in there. Relive the past, relive the funny if you haven't already, and subscribe. And that's my whoring out there. Before we get into Reddit fun without Reddit or without Reddit or Jason, so you and I were back and forthing texting, and you're talking about shit that was going on tonight. Right, you had the university basketball. You're doing this and that. What the fuck? Dueling pianos?
You never seen dueling pianos?
What are we talking? What is dueling pianos? What's going on with this?
You and I are piano players, right?
Well, to an extent.
Okay. You have your piano. I have my piano.
Okay.
We do songs, yada yada. It's how can I put this? They have They have a few dueling piano bars. They have one in Vegas. There's quite a few of them in Arizona.
Okay.
And they finally brought it. These two people are just touring, and they're going to fuck it. I guarantee you, TJ, they make fucking probably $1,000 tonight.
Where's this going to be at?
I don't know. Someone gave me a ticket.
It's like Fight Club.
Yeah.
Remember one rule about dueling pianos?
Yeah.
Don't talk about dueling pianos.
Yeah. And I don't even know if I can make it. Depends on how long the U of A game goes. But
sure.
Dueling pianos is you and I are playing, and first we'll play a few songs that obviously popular songs.
Sure.
Then it'll go into what you start doing is, let's say I'll go, all right, I'll play Friends in Low Places, and I'll start playing it.
Okay.
And then you go, I'll start playing Don't Stop Believin' for $40. And then I'll go, okay, well, I'll continue playing Friends in Low Places for $100. and people fucking pay the money to listen to this song. And it's amazing. And you're sitting there and, the one I saw, the guy played Bitches Ain't Shit by Dr. Dre. Dude, I think I shelled out $150. It's amazing.
Christ.
It's amazing. It's fun. It's, if you have a big group of people,
right,
you're making bank. The people I seen, the piano players in Phoenix, I mean, they would have their pitchers for tips,
right,
and they'd have a line of 10 of them.
Oh shit!
And they would all be filled. And
so are they doing this like at a bar, like say at Miller's or?
It's not Miller. Fuck, I don't know where it's at. I can look it up real quick. Best Western.
Oh, so they're going to do it right there at the Colonial, huh?
Yeah, is that the Colonial?
Or no, it's at the Great Northern. The Best Western's in the Great Northern now.
Don't miss it. Yeah, the best party in town. On a food show will battle Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and family piano duel at the face off for both charities by playing famous songs and inciting ridiculous amounts of laughter.
Ridiculous amounts of laughter.
Come see us at the Chuckle Hut next week. Yeah, fuck face. I don't. We'll talk later. Right. I don't like. It's when Helena says "Oh, this is the greatest comedy thing ever." We went to stand up a few weeks ago,
right?
And I was like, "This isn't funny." I don't understand why people paid $25.
Right. Yeah.
And then I'm doing a competition in a few weeks, and I'm sitting there going, "I think this is pretty funny, but I just don't know if people are gonna." A, get it, and B, if people come out and crush with lame jokes so is fucking a cow the other day, and
yeah.
This guy's a Jerry Steinfeld.
This guy's producing ridiculous amounts of laughter. Just clap like everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll have you whore that out too, is when we wrap everything up
cool,
for the competition. So let's go ahead and something else we love to whore out: Reddit fun with Jason. And of course, again this week, no Reddit and no Jason. Instead, we're gonna do your emails. So go ahead, get them emails out there. This is email fun with Andy.
The ones we usually get now really aren't.
Yeah. How come you guys are on the air? What the fuck?
Well, you guys on some other fucking podcast. What happened to your podcast? I'm like, shut up, Grandma. Don't fucking... Just text me. You know my email address.
I'll see you Sunday for dinner. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, get on my fucking back, man.
You only got a couple years on this earth left. Jesus Christ, make them good.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much what we get is a lot of, how do you get over breakups and stuff like that? There was one that I kind of was interested in. Do you think it's a good idea to still be in a friends with benefits relationship with your ex-girlfriend?
I can tell you that right now because that happened. No, it's not. Because it's impossible to fucking try to move on. Particularly when that ex-girlfriend, you won't hear from for like a week or two, and then they find out you're dating, and they immediately start fucking calling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's just like, fuck. Eventually, you just got to fucking walk away. You just got to, same question, like, how do you deal with a fucking breakup? Mine is avoidance.
Yeah.
There's like you talk about a bar that you frequent down over in East Helena.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go there. We used to go there. We used to do the crook. I don't go there no more.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't go there no more.
Because they show up.
Because she will be there doing the crook.
I think she got tossed from doing that. She wasn't good at it.
Yeah, no, that is not her. She's very good at it.
What the fuck? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Does she go to a place called Schnaps? Rhymes with?
Once in a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anyways, no, it was kind of, the frequent, go there, do the croak and all that type of stuff. And like I said, to me, it's one of those deals where, when it's over, I feel that avoiding the places that I know they're going to be at is for the best. Because just the levels of awkward is just, not my bag.
Yeah, and then you got the random, if you hook up when you're drunk or something, and then wake up the next morning and she's like, oh my God, we're back together. And you're like, fuck, how am I going to be like, no, we're not.
No, I can tell you that ain't going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
No.
I just accidentally hooked up with you because I took one too many Appletini shots when I was fucking.
Oh, did we not have emails? Or?
Oh, yeah, that was one of them. That was from Brian.
Okay.
The next one was how... have you ever done anything mean to an ex-girlfriend as far as you were living together and, like, I don't know, when you broke up, you, like, peed on her laptop or something like that?
Never anything that cruel. Usually I'm just an abrasive dick. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's not who I like to be, but it's one of those things where, again, defense mechanism.
Yeah.
You broke my heart, but I'm not going to fucking show it. So instead, I'm just going to be a total fucking dick, which in turn basically just kind of validates and proves how fucking broken I am. So by trying to avoid it, all I do is perpetrate it that much more.
Yeah.
So I mean, at least, but the thing is, that's why I have that safe haven of my usual weekend go-to place that nobody will go to, because like most of my exes will say, this place is boring, and I'm like, that's why I fucking like it.
Yeah.
There's no drama, there's no bullshit. All I do is fucking sit here. I can bullshit with my buddies. I can bullshit with Marty, who, if you stop by there Friday or Saturday nights, use the discount code Martin and get yourself a free drink. And I don't have to deal with any of that shit. Whereas, say, when I go visit him at the other place, depending on who is there and how much is being imbibed. Not that it's a powder keg, but unless you just, keep everything at a fucking arm's distance and just enjoy the show, that shit could easily happen.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. I guess the most spiteful thing I've ever done, we had a utility bill together, and I had to pay it, and I paid it all in like $2 bills or something. Because it was like, she was like, hey, you owe like, I think it was like $150. Like, all right. So I got 75 $2 bills, and I gave her the cash for it. That was like the most, like, I just like you said, you just become, you close-minded and everything like that.
You just shut it off.
Yeah.
You just shut it off.
All right, fine, whatever.
Hard to granite.
And they try. They're like, I made you dinner, and you're like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
why, are you gonna fucking poison me?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck is this slop?
Yeah.
Fucking throw it out. You like it? You like it so much? Eat it. Eat it.
Just whip your dick out and start pissing all over it. You're like,
here's what I think of your fucking food.
No, I think I told people, like I stole underwear or something, but like that was just to get a laugh. Like I don't care. Like, looking back on it, like I could have been a douche, but like, it's just. It's funny, just, I mean, you hear people like slashing tires, fucking.
See, I never, and that's
pissing on people's toothbrushes. Like, that's fucked up, man.
That's not my bag. Like I said, my bag is okay, fine. It's over. There's nothing I can do to fucking reconcile the shit. Okay, it's done. It's over.
Yeah.
Just don't fucking acknowledge me. I won't acknowledge you, and we're all good in the hood. There are some who I am even like there are some that after the breakup it was an amicable split, so everything was cool after the fact. There are those that I had to fucking end it and because you're fucking crazy and psychotic and just stay the fuck away. I don't want nothing to do with you. And then there are those that broke up with me, and I'm like, you fucking bitch. And of course, there's the ones that are just like, that it's over, and you're just bitter that you wasted that amount of time in your life. I think it just it varies, but I know I've never done anything like, mean or cruel or hellish. Like the last major one, right? I never thought of her as being petty until after the fucking breakup. Because I'd come back from working a show, and things had come to light as far as the reason why she'd broken up. Because when we had broken up, there's just so many things. Like, fucking name one. Flowers. And I'm like, well, considering the fact that, you never showed any fucking appreciation when I got them for you, why the fuck would I continue getting them for you?
Yeah.
But it turned out, there was much bigger things. Like, primarily, I am the least Montanan in the fucking world. I don't hunt. I don't fish. I don't go camping. those aren't my wheelhouse, my bag. I mean, I'll go camping. I don't have a problem with it, but I'm not gonna fucking spend 2 weeks in the goddamn Bob Marshalls. My idea of camping is just fucking go out, drink some fucking beer, maybe sleep the night in a tent, and then fucking come home.
Yeah.
I am not Mr. fucking Wilderness. And that's not to knock anybody who is. I mean, we all have our own things that we love to fucking do. But come to find out that was like the big one, was I wasn't this fucking, hunter fisher. It was like, well, you never fucking brought it up. So
yeah.
So, we went, I offered, we went to lunch and we were talking about all this shit. And it had come up, she had made this comment about, we just got back from Italy and that was a great, Europe, and that was a great little trip that we had. And I go, oh, good. I'm glad you went. That was right. You didn't know that we went? And I was like, no. Well, it was posted all over Facebook. I see all your stuff on Facebook. Why weren't you seeing mine? I go, because I unfollowed you.
Dramatic reverb.
Well, what do you mean you unfollowed me? I'm like, you fucking dumped me. And I wasn't ready to fucking be dumped. It fucking broke my heart. And quite frankly, seeing your fucking posts, honestly, it makes my stomach churn. Knowing that, and just being honest, knowing you're living your life without me, I don't need to fucking see that. I did not unfriend you because eventually, the shit will heal. Time heals all wounds. And I'll, follow you again. Well, I guess we just can't be friends anymore. I'm like, what? What the fuck? It's like, well, I mean, if you don't want to be bothered to see what's going on in my life, why should I care, anything about you and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, what the fuck ever. Okay, fine. So then I come home and fucking, unfriended on Facebook. I'm like, if you are going to be that level of petty, don't need it. What the fuck ever. So again, best way to deal with a breakup, avoidance.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. The avoidance thing, and it's really crazy. I'm trying to, the breakup that probably devastated me the most. I think that's where I really shut down and kind of became, the wild child of, started drinking. I didn't start drinking until I was 22, and it all kind of, came full circle then. You're like, oh, I'm starting to kind of find my calling. And,
Oh, so this is what everyone was talking about.
This is why. Then you wake up the next morning, it's like, this is what everyone was talking about. This fucking sucks. But, I think once it's all said and done, I think you can be friends with your exes. It's just got to be, like you did, unfollow them on Facebook. You don't need to see if they're in relationships or anything like that.
You'll drive yourself nuts.
Exactly, because even that, people are gonna, exes are gonna creep on each other when it comes to Facebook.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it. Well, back in 7th grade, and that was 20 years ago. No one really cared,
Mm-hmm.
But relationships in the 80s, 90s, when there wasn't anything like that. The only thing you could do was legitimately stop.
Yeah, like park outside of their fucking house.
Yeah, and just start crying. You're like, I missed you, Sarah.
Well, okay, fucking crazy shit there. Again, this is before fucking social media being what it was. Okay, the fucking ex that I told you, that there was the fucking booty calls and all that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, we were together for 8 years, and then it was 2 years of FWB bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And during that fucking time frame,
friends with benefits.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
What's FWB?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you're fucking. I got a fucking decade on you, and I'd talk more hip than you. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not in that much of a hurry to fucking.
Just for that, I'm sending you an eggplant emoji.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Is that a dick?
It looks like a dick. Is basically what it is.
That's funny. See, I'd get it. I'm an immature 30-year-old, and I was like, oh, it's a dick.
It's a dick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she would fucking, because me and Jason were roommating together at the time after the breakup, right? Mm-hmm. She would fucking drive by the house like every day or every night or every other night to see if my car was fucking there. And if my car wasn't there, she was fucking trolling around trying to find out where I was. And I'm like, you need to knock this shit off. And I didn't even know about it until she fucking told me she was doing it.
Jesus Christ. I don't think I ever had one. I had one girl. Devin and I had one that would Facebook stalk us. She was just an Uber fan.
Okay.
And
from the podcast?
Yeah. That became crazy. Anytime I'd go down to Phoenix, oh wow, we ran into each other.
Oh,
Like,
no.
what the fuck? And she wasn't even like from the same part of Phoenix I'd be in, or like I'd be in Tucson, which is 2 hours away from Phoenix.
Right.
And she would somehow show up at the same place I was at. A, how the fuck was she finding out? B, later I found out I'd get drunk and be like, I'm at Fox and Ham, let's party. You know? Like, shit, that's how she found out. But yeah, but it was just always like random how she would show up places, or all the time when we're like, we're taking callers, to call in, first one calling in. And it got to the point where you have to be like, you need to stop calling. This kind of creeping us out.
Did you have to file anything?
We never filed anything.
Okay.
But she's the type. It's really weird. She used to be like really normal, and like talk to her, and she changes her phone number once every 3 months, and she gets a new Facebook once every 3 months, and she changes her Snapchat name once every 3 months.
That's not right.
And you're sitting there going, I wonder if she's just stalking so many people that she keeps changing her shit to
fresh.
this.
Yeah.
And it's almost kind of very Misery-esque. We're like, I wonder if, and she's an attractive girl, don't get me wrong. I wonder if you ever got to the point where, you know, she like roofied you, took her back to, and then she just fucking like, do a podcast for me. Like, you're strapped to the bed, and you're like,
Fucking hobbles you. Hobbling live on the air.
Yeah. And I'm just like, this is the Andy Mac Show. Please help.
So that does make a question. Did either you or Devin have an intimate encounter with her?
No. I know. I
gotta think on this. I
could definitely, for sure, know he never was personally around her.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think I did. No, I definitely didn't.
Okay.
But like, it was just always one of those things where like, oh shit.
Right.
And I think, you know, when the shots are flowing, the mind goes, I probably could right now.
Right.
But then you said, then there's that little guy on your shoulder going, you don't want to be a part of this.
That might not be a good idea.
You're going to have a bald spot on your head because she wants to sniff your hair all the time. Or you're strapped, like I said, strapped in a bed doing podcasts. Like, fucking hell, man. And she gets mad. She's like, that one wasn't funny. Just
do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
You did the intro wrong.
Devin's not supposed to die in this episode. Do it again.
Yeah. You're like, oh my God. She's just holding a knife towards you. And be very, what the fuck was that Adam Sandler movie? With him, Brendan Fraser. Oh, shit. Where they go hijack the fucking Airheads.
Airheads. Okay. Yeah. Fuck, I forgot he was in that.
Sandler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because it was like him and Steve Buscemi was in it too.
Yeah, he was.
He was like the other.
Farley was in
guy,
it. Yeah, Farley was in it. And then, who the fuck was the radio announcer?
Oh, shit.
I could see him. I kept thinking of the guy that plays Mo on The Simpsons, but it's not him.
It's not Hank Azaria. No.
Yeah, he's the radio announcer, not Hank Azaria. He plays the God, because he's the one. He's not Wolfman Jack. He's the one in the handsome Dave or something on Wayne's World 2. I'm like, hey, are you Handsome Dave? And he's like, no. And then it's like some ugly guy. And like, oh fuck. Yeah.
No, I can't. For the life of me, I can't fucking remember.
I could see. Is it McKean?
Michael McKean?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it is him. I know he's for sure in it. Oh no! You know who it fucking is? It's the mob guy from The Simpsons. He was the dad in Searching for Bobby Fischer. God, I'm pretty much playing 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon right now.
Pretty much. And I'm not. Fuck. I mean, dude, yeah.
Oh, dude, I got him right now. I swear to God.
I slap on the IMDb.
Joe Montana.
Oh, Joe Montana. Okay, yeah. You know,
Joe Montana was a quarterback.
What I went with? That was an SNL joke. When he hosted one time. It's Montana.
Yeah, didn't they get that? From,
I would have went. Wasn't it? Isn't it Criminal Minds that he's on?
Yeah, but he's
TV show?
also the mobster in The Simpsons.
Yeah, no, he does a lot of stuff.
But for me, it was searching for Bobby Fischer for some reason.
All right, well, let's go ahead here. We'll go ahead and wrap this guy up then. All of your love advice, the advice for the Love Lorn. Hey, when Andy's on, we'll go ahead and we'll catch up on those 2 years worth of emails.
Definitely. People already fucking are murder suicide victims already from their relationships. So.
All right, so I will go ahead and I will ask, because I know you do. Good sir, do you have anything to pimp, promote, or propagate, or pander?
We're slowly getting the Andy Mac show back up. We got some software in. We got mics in. Hopefully that should be up soon, so we'll have you come on.
Oh, good deal.
We're looking in the next month and a half or so.
Okay. The comedy competition that I'm supposed to help whore out, which I thought you were on starting round. I thought it was like round 1, advanced to round 2, advanced to round 3.
See, that would be the smart thing.
You would think.
But there's round 1 of comics, round 2 of comics, round 3 of comedians that come out. I believe I am round 2, which is March 31st. You could see that at the Public House in Missoula. April 21st, I'm again at the Public House in Missoula. If everything goes right, May 5th at the Roxy Theater in Missoula. And then May 6th in Billings at the Red Arrow competition. So you guys can see me out there. And then at Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, friends, you can see me, I believe July is the next one at Club D at the Bend. And then there might be something at the Spokane Comedy Club that they were talking about, but not completely sure. So,
okay. Well, when you have the specific dates and all that type of stuff, let me know.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna hopefully be a summer of making people laugh and
bringing ridiculous amounts of laughter everywhere you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just you can see me at the you can see me at the Chuckle Hut every Thursday.
Yeah. See me at the Chuckle Hut. I remember, gosh, this was 10 years ago. Like Red Lobster was doing something, and they would have comics come in.
At a Red Lobster?
Yeah, and people would be eating their popcorn strip, and you'd be like, "So it's banging this nut." You're like, "Oh my god!" You're just in the corner saying shit. People like families are eating dinner and stuff like that. Yeah, that was awesome. I don't know why I started thinking about that, but I also remember there was a TGI Fridays, a comedian went there and just bombed it. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Because you could tell he got hired for like $25, and he was like, "So my mom drove me here, ha ha ha." And like no one was laughing, everyone was playing.
Come on!
Yeah, people were playing the fucking trivia game upstairs. They're like, "Who's this retard with the mic?" Yeah, dude, he bombed so bad, it was the best. And it was like one of those things where he would like say a joke, and then like be silence, and all he hears, "You suck," and then like,
and then the crowd just
the guy stopped doing comedy after that, started becoming a fucking magician or something. Oh, that was me.
All right, well let's go ahead, wrap this shit up so you can get to the game and I can go get to gaming and do all of our shit. So that will wrap it up for this week's episode of the Quad M Show. Hey gang, make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes and Stitcher. Hey, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube as well. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Quad M Comics. Until next week, this is TJ.
I tried farting into the mic. Andy Mac.
Yeah, don't shit yourself.
No, yeah. I already done that once here.
Good deal. All right, we will see you all next week. Take care.
All right.
You've been listening to Quad M Show. Copyright 2017, Quad M Productions. If you have any comments, questions, queries, squibbles, concerns, or just have something funny to say to us, feel free. Email us at quadmcomics@gmail.com or send us a tweet at quadmcomics.
And in the back of your mind, you got to go, well, they're not going to fucking kill Rick for a quarter. How shitty would that be?
They're not for a quarter. That's got to be double. That's got to be fucking double sized extravaganza, $5. You know, blah blah blah.
You don't fucking kill someone for a quarter.
Well,
Superman for $1.25 maybe. Bruce Wayne for maybe $1.75.
I don't know. You could kill Alfred for a quarter.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, you could kill Alfred. You could kill Jarvis for a quarter.
Robbie in this very special issue of Spider-Man, Robbie Robertson passes.
Yeah, no shit. And like no one killed him. He just dies of natural causes. Like shit. It's no episode of Spider-Man. It's just like everyone coping with the death of.
No, it would be like natural. It'd have to be like something just like ridiculous, like he gets hit by a bus, or fucking chokes on a chicken bone, or
he gets at like he like he went like swimming in like a pool and he got that bacteria up his dick hole and like the like flesh-eating disease and shit, and he dies. Like God, like there's like a moment of hope where like, oh, he might just like lose like his arm and leg, but then like he goes south and just dies, and the doctor's like, we can't do this anymore. Peter Parker's like, why? Yeah, Green Goblin's going around town just tearing shit up, and Peter Parker's like, I got shit to deal with, man. God, I should have been a comic book writer. That would fucking badass, man.
In this issue of Superman, Lana Lang dies from a bite from a carpenter ant.
Yeah, no shit. Alfred dies because he got cancer over time and unfortunately passed away.
He died from fucking a sepsis wound because he cut his finger on a fucking tuna can.
Yeah. Alfred was vacationing in Costa Rica and died in a terrible jet ski accident.
Got fucking rickets from banging one of the Cabana boys.
Yeah, I know shit. Yeah. Fucking this episode of The Walking Dead, Rick passes away of he had the swine flu, and they couldn't find he couldn't find vaccine for fucking people.
Guys, I found Michonne comes running in. I found it.
And Rick's like already shooting him in the head.
It's too late.
Or Carl's shooting him in the head already. Yeah. He's like, no, I'm fine. Oh God, he's dead.
First person zombie.
Yeah, he's got.
Welcome back to the third and final.